Me, guy. Meet a guy in a bar. We talk for the full duration of a beer. Then we go out to smoke. Then we go to another bar. Get his Snapchat. Then we go to a club. When we get there he splits from me and goes around alone. See him once inside, he comes up and says hello, says he's talking to a girl, goes back to her. Didn't think he would contact me after this. He texted me a week later, "Where are you?" I was busy. I was looking for a wingman, friend, but he was not a wingman at all because he split at the club. Anyway, since he contacted me I decided to give him a second chance. He sends me weird snaps from time to time. We text a bit. A few weeks go by, I don't have time to go out. Finally we can meet and go out together. He says he's bringing 2 girls. Tells me to come to his suburb and drink. We'll see if the girls show up or not. If they don't he'll go to a party in another city and then he can go out with me. I don't feel like going to his suburb. Tell him, I'll be downtown and we can text about meeting or not. No text from him when it's the time he told me to be in his suburb. An hour after I text him and ask if the girls showed up. He says they're in a certain location. I reply I'm on the train and ask if they're in a bar. No reply. Anyway I go to that location while waiting for a reply. I get there. Call and text him, no reply. Finally, maybe about an hour after he told me the location, he replies that they're in that location but he's not sure we can meet. I ask why. No reply. Why did this happen? Anyway I'm not talking one word with this faggot ever again. I'm meeting another guy next weekend whom I met in a club, hopefully he's better. Me 18 meters 5 years ago. A good friend of mine, gay, let's call him Tony, introduces me to this cute smart girl, let's call her Jane. Don't think much of it, too much of an artist at the time to make a move. Time passes, Jane moves to a different country to study for her master's. She starts dating some rando from said different country. I start dating another girl from the same friend group, let's call her Helen, in which me and Tony are part of. Things are going really well for a really long time. From time to time just for shit and giggles think about the first girl and how many circumstances at the time would prevent me from ever being with her if I wanted to. At the time I didn't want to. It was just an thought experiment. FFW December last year, me and Helen are fighting a lot and I don't feel happy in the relationship. Decide to break up with Helen and move out on my own. But still on good terms with Helen and I still deeply care about her. Yesterday. Go to a party with Tony. Helen is also present there since we're still part of the same friend group. Turns out Tony has invited Jane as well since she returned from the rando country. Jane and I strike a conversation and it actually goes really well. She also broke up with her random BF of 4 years this January jackpot.png. Talking and laughing with Jane the whole time, while at the same time trying not to make Helen uncomfortable. Jane leaves early. Ever since I went home and haven't stopped thinking about her. Contemplating asking her out but there's a lot of stuff stopping me. Don't want Helen to get hurt since she also knows Jane. Tony will probably get kinda mad at me, I guess. If the rest of the friend group finds out I think they'd also hate me. Everything will go to shit I feel. Thing is, I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get with Jane and I think I will have big regrets if I miss it. However I feel like everything else will go to shit if I go for it. Help/adverb/what, do. Me, 29. Spent 6 years or so in Antarctica as a plumber. USAP is making me take a season off, new rules. Everybody here knows me. Only a few hundred people on station, 50 or so during winter. Old master plumber asks me, what you going to do when you get home? Be frank with him, I'm going to find a good woman, go on some romantic dates, hit the Gordon Ramsay burger, and maybe I'll find the right girl and won't come back out here. He laughs, tells me I'll be back. I won't be back, you'll see. Fast forward, go home. Mom is excited to see me, hasn't seen me in 2 years since I came home for a week. Anon, you have to find a good woman. You are 29 years old. You're only getting older, all your siblings are married and have kids but you. Mom, don't worry. Family is Russian, but I was born in the US. Spend the next 6 months going out on some dates, going out with friends I hadn't seen in forever. One girl stole my car while we were at a Chinese restaurant. Hit the Ramsay burger with a chick and she abuses the waiter. I'm mortified. Go to Cancun with another chick and she wants to stay in the hotel and fuck the whole time. TFW, we had the most beautiful patio overlooking the trees in the city, and she didn't want to enjoy it with me because it was muggy. One girl actually has a boyfriend. He shows up to our house with a bat and knocks the windows out of my 1990 truck. Can't call police because mom is illegal. Basically tell him and her to GTFO. Mom is surprised Pikachu when I pack my stuff up, kiss her goodbye and go back to the ice. Sorry mom, maybe next time. Master plumber greets me off the plane, asks me how it went. Yep, you were right. He laughs, pats me on the back. I just wanted a Hallmark romance. Where have the good girls gone? Me. Useless at everything. A friend brings co-worker to Discord server. Start chatting with her and hitting it off. Get motivated to fix myself and start taking online classes. Tells me how bad her life has been. She asks if I'm single and tells me she likes me. Tells me how she's practically struggling to even survive. Try to lend her money but she won't take it. FFW 2 months later. Today she was panicking and freaking out. Try to tell her stuff to make her feel better. Tell her she was the reason I wanted to fix my life. Last thing she texted was she was going to sleep it off and finish work. Did I weird her out for saying that? Should I had told her she inspired me to fix my life? I need help. Me. Meet girl online. She's everything I ever wanted. Hate the fact that I still find other women besides her attractive. Condition myself to think she's the prettiest woman there is. Some time passes. I break up due to her being incredibly emotionally abusive and gaslighting me constantly. 2 years pass. Any woman I look at still looks ugly in comparison to her. What do? Also, she has huge mental issues and lets out her anger on me. Turn into a therapist, parental role for her, more than a lover. The thought of loving another girl feels like I'm a father spitting on his daughter's face and telling her she isn't worth as much as another woman. PLS help. Me. Lives with parents at 21. High school dropout but has a GED. Kinda dumb and has attention and memory issues. Hates where I currently live. Wants to move back to old country. Parents are moving to Spain in a year and I don't want to come with them. I want to move back and live my own life in my old country. Problem is I don't know any possible career path that pays a livable wage and that also won't lead to my eventual suicide. Just learn a trade like plumbing. The pay looks alright but I'm not even slightly interested in any trades and it would be torture for a weakling like me to work 5 days a week 8 hours per day breaking my back fixing shit. Just be a programmer, you can do remote. I have tried web dev and Python before. While I was okay at it, I kept getting bored of it and imagining myself coding as a job makes me sad. Do some other remote job. Like what? Customer service so I can make fuck all and have boomers yell at me? There doesn't seem to be too many good options here. I just don't know what the fuck to do and quite frankly I feel like I'm not strong enough to be a wage slave without killing myself. I literally just want an happy life. I don't ask to be rich or have a mansion or anything. I don't want to live in a shit apartment and wage slave at McDonald's and eat stale ramen on a blow-up mattress until I get the courage to kilometers. Please, any advice? Me. Be retarded. Got cheated on and only have one friend and only talked to 2 girls on the internet. Stopped talking to one girl, always liked the other. Felt always depressed and shit till I talked to her and even fallen in love. She used to date a Chad before me, Russian ultra buff type of shit and she's into Slavs or SMG, info from her friend, and I'm a med. I think he cheated on her and she broke up with him, and she's been on therapy for a long time before trying to win her heart and asked her out second time. She responded with the usual shit like, well, I said this before, but I'm not really fond of the idea of dating RNBC of the shit that happened, so it's not that I would not date you specifically because, it probably would because you're so kind and considerate, but like I think this thing I'm going through will also pass, I hope soon. Well, I don't want to put any pressure on her or anything, and we are basically chilling or something, but is there any to make her like me? If anyone has cool lines, advice on how to talk to her and shit, please feel free to do so. I really like this girl and I would love to spend my life with her. Me, male 19. Studying graphic design in university. Being socially awkward as the days go by. Used to be in a relationship, but it was fucking toxic. Every girl I talk to or shows some interest just seems to lose interest in me whatever I try. In UNI I can't find anyone to talk to because none fit my taste. My friends just don't seem to want me no more and I have no idea why. Now I just sit all day in home doing jack shit and having zero motivation to work on stuff. I know you have heard this sad pathetic story over and over again, but I just really need fucking help. What do I announce? How do I ask out this girl that works at this pet shop? Me 26, fairly attractive. Have had young women come up to me to tell me I'm cute, handsome, or leave me a number. I've had 2 small talks with this girl about cats and whatnot. She seems nice to me but no direct sign that gives me a green light. I'm thinking of either make more small talk about cats and get her Snapchat to share cat pics and ask for coffee over that. Or be direct and say, hey, can I ask you something random? You wanna grab coffee with me sometime? Or leave a note with my number and name and leave the ball in her court. If I do this, what do I say as I hand her the note? I also have a membership at their shop, so I give them my #WinPain, so it would be redundant to give a note, I guess. I know confidence is cool and all, but would hate to put her on the spot while she's at work by being too direct, so I am leaning toward third option. Tell me how you would go about this, Chads.